Monday again, girlfriend.
We are live, MG. We are live.
Monday, Monday.
Monday, Monday.
We love these days.
So let's open with a question while I check the different places to make sure we're in the right spots. When do you put your Christmas decorations up?
I know we were just talking about that. We generally do it the like the weekend after the weekend of Thanksgiving, the weekend after Friday, Saturday.
Gotcha.
So I don't know this year because I'm having company for Thanksgiving, so I'll have to see if they're willing to.
Are you cooking for Thanksgiving?
I am. I'm cooking for like 22 or 23 people. I just bought my turkeys today, two 20-pounders.
I was gonna say you usually have a group. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're good. You usually have. I remember you've always done it.
Yeah.
That's always been your jam. So listen, I am going to go ahead and get us started here, but I'm going to drop a comment and let us know you are here for people to say hello.
Hello,
Say hello
hello.
and where you are watching from. How's that? Hey, Carissa, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. Hello, hello. And then what was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, I'm going to put up a banner that tells people to drop a
Okay.
comment. Let us know you're here.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking we're still talking about Thanksgiving, and I'm like, well, that's an odd tradition.
Putting up a banner. You never
Yeah.
know. You never know.
You
It's
never
funny
know.
because I noticed recently, like this year, really big time. Like it seemed like October was over, Halloween hit on the 31st, and then November 1st, people started thinking Christmas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost like the October they didn't think about it, but November it was like boom, Christmas music came on and
Here we go. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Cindy from Rockwood, Illinois. Hello. Hey, Krista. Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Tonight is our Monday night free jewelry call. And I always have the absolute pleasure of interviewing our executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski. And I ask her 4 questions about our opportunity. Now, you may be like, oh my goodness, no. But listen, we want you to hang out. We want you to sit down, relax, grab a bevy, and just listen to us for 15 minutes because, first of all, you have the chance to win free jewelry. So there's nothing wrong with that. But secondly, we just want you to listen with an open heart, and a listening ear because this might be something that would be good for somebody that you know. And we always love to bless people. So thank you so much to everybody who's joining us. If you're watching us live, please put live. If you're catching us on the replay, put hashtag replay. Mary Grace, I love our Mondays, and I'm so excited that you're here with me tonight. So I'm
So
going to
thrilled
start
to
with
be
the
here.
first question that is really something that I think we need to go over first before we ever talk about what Park Lane has to offer. And that is, why direct sales? Like, what exactly is direct sales and how does it compare to MLM?
Yeah. And I just had to take a little clue from what you just said too about how maybe people are like, how'd I even get in here or whatever. And quite honestly, the majority of us find direct sales by accident. One of my favorite words is serendipity, and it means finding good fortune as if by accident. And I serendipitously fell into direct sales, as did Janine, because we like went to a home party eons ago.
True.
And yes, and thought, oh, this is something I could do on this side. So direct sales really is running your own business with none of the overhead and none of the worries that go along with running your own company. We don't keep inventory. We don't have to worry about payroll, human resources, all of that. We're just a direct link from the company to the customer.
Right.
And MLMs mean multi-level marketing. And that's where you hear of like, oh, like, do you have to do these things and people on certain levels get paid on people on certain levels and stuff like that. Whereas as a direct seller, you're going to get paid on what you sell. In addition to, as you start to hire other people, being able to be paid a percentage of what they're doing. I've always thought it was such a smart way to do business because a lot of people only want to sell.
Mhm.
Someone like me, I originally only wanted to sell, but then I thought, what would happen if I did this? And I figured I could only be a certain number of places. And
Right.
what if I started sharing what I had with other people and they could start spreading the word in other places? And I've had a couple professional careers. And I thought, this is the smartest of all
Hmm.
because they're not just deciding who gets paid what. You go after what you want, and you get paid what's fair based on how well you're doing. So I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, so multi-level marketing is really more about the recruiting. It's more about signing people up, getting people to be customers, getting them to do a certain buy a certain amount per month
Yeah.
even
Hitting
themselves.
a credit card. Yeah.
Yeah, and direct sales is more like well, it used to be like direct in-home parties and stuff, but now 78% of our organization does online. So there's all different ways, and the consumer is actually loving the model because when they go online, they have a hard time having that personal interaction or even knowing what to do when they don't like their item, or even to ask advice and questions. They love having us as the go-between because we can give fashion advice, we can show them in person what things look like before they purchase them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really great gig. And it is, even according to David Bach, who wrote The Automatic Millionaire, it's one of the most brilliant ways, if not the most greatest way he ever found to bring in extraneous income. And he's like, because you
Yeah.
can do it around what you're already doing. And when people say to me things like, "Oh, I already have a job," I always say, "Well, good,"
Thank
because I
goodness.
would feel terrible if you started this and hated this and you didn't have another job. I love that we can work it around what we already have.
Hmm.
So I love it. Absolutely love it.
I love when you talk about the fact that like you can be that personal shopper to somebody. You know, you can give them that personal experience. We're the experts, so we can help
Mhm.
people one on one. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a big like I don't love shopping. So if somebody's gonna like offer to help me something with something, I'm gonna take them up on it. Like you tell me
Absolutely.
what's great, you know, you tell me how to do this. So okay, now that we know what direct sales is, and we certainly know how it compares or really doesn't compare to MLM. How does jewelry fit into that? Why jewelry?
I don't know what you said that made this come to my mind, but it's also so cool because we really don't have to learn how to do much. Like,
Mm-mm.
Janine, pretend like you've just met me. I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer it as if you were a brand new person who just met me, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Where do you put earrings?
Oh my goodness, I think here. I
Yeah.
think here. I think so.
You are totally qualified to represent
Well,
jewelry. Yeah. I always think like the
hired.
nutrition people and the skincare people. And even like when I used to sell candles and I had to learn burn times and how to put them out appropriately and worry like that someone knocked them over or whatever.
Hmm.
Like jewelry is just such an easy peasy thing to sell because honestly, we and our customers pretty much know what to do with it. So that's pretty fun. But I normally go back to just sharing my story how I literally fell into direct sales by going to a show saying I like the product, sign me up. And that's as far as I ever looked. Park Lane is one of the only companies that hires people in at levels that are commensurate with what the experience they have.
Right.
So we have a tendency, since this is sometimes our second round at direct sales, oh, now we know. Now we're going to do our homework. Now we're going to make our little spreadsheets and make determinations of which would be
It's
the
true.
smartest product to sell and the smartest company to go with. And the Levine family did that when they started Park Lane in
Hmm.
1955. They knew they wanted to use the direct sales model, which I just talked about and that we love. They wanted to help other people be able to create wealth. They wanted other people to have the more personal shopping experience. They
Yeah.
were a little up in the air. They couldn't agree on what product. And they hired consultants to go out into the world and bring them back their recommendations. And they hired three consultants from three different companies, anonymously, not telling any of them because they truly wanted like just really as just as fair,
Right.
non-biased decision as they could get. All three of them came back with jewelry as number one, and quite honestly, that is not what they thought they were going to do. And when they were like, "Oh, defend your answers," and they said, "Oh, it's so far ahead any other product that you would want to represent," and they went into all the reasons, and I'll touch on some of them here that I've experienced, which is like it's considered consumable because fashion changes with the outfits and the trends and the seasons and the
Right.
years and themes, all of that good stuff. It's withstood the test of time. It's been around since I don't know,
Long
since
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
saber tooth saber tooth
Wilma
necklace
Flintstone.
or whatever.
Wilma Flintstone.
I don't even think they were alive when people were. I don't even know. Just don't fact check me on this saber tooth thing. Anyway, but they've been around since BC, and the jewelry has, and it's forecasted. Is it $1 billion they think are going to be added to the industry?
Next
So
several years. Yeah.
accessorizing is still the way to go. Jewelry is so popular. The customer base is truly everybody. Everybody, everybody either has
Right.
purchased jewelry, wears jewelry, has had jewelry purchased for them, or purchases for other people. And it's in the top three gifts in the world: candy,
Hmm.
flowers, and
Jewelry.
jewelry. So, and then from our standpoint, like people who represent a product, it's very light, it's very inexpensive to ship and store, it's
Right.
universally appealing, um and it shows itself. And what I mean by that is, like, I am in the world with my jewelry on, I am in the world with my bracelets on, and
Yeah.
so are my customers and stuff. So the referrals back to us and everything are like very natural, and there's just not a lot of effort being put in to represent jewelry, and the effort you put in can go into other places, not learning
Agree.
facts about the thing. Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's jewelry is definitely the place to be.
I love that you mentioned that about the facts about the product. I mean, quite honestly, I think I think jewelry is one of the easiest things to show and sell based on the fact that they're sparkly and pretty, and that's what you say to somebody. You go,
Yeah.
"Isn't that gorgeous?" It's
And
sparkly.
people
Does it
who
look
love
good?
jewelry will
Yeah.
buy jewelry. Like
Yeah.
our jewelry, which we'll talk about our company in a minute, but it goes with any jewelry they have. It's not like you have to totally stop what you're doing right now and buy into a whole new thing. It's just easy peasy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seamlessly and effortlessly goes with whatever you have in your closet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, so now that we know why jewelry in direct sales, why Park Lane? Like, what gives us our competitive edge?
Yeah. And I have to tell you, I am so confident in our company that I implore you to go do your fact checking and
Yeah.
check out the other ones. And you'll know why I chose Park Lane. I had, about this, Janine, but when I knew my other company was going the wrong way, and I wanted to get ahead of it. So I
Yeah.
was interviewing with other companies. One of the offers that I had was with a um, very great jewelry company, to actually be part of their staff. So it was different than like working in the field like I do now. And I chose Park Lane for a couple of major reasons. One of which is I thought, wherever I go, now that I've heard of it, now that I know their programs, I really can't, with total sincerity, ever say we have the best there is, because Park Lane has the best there is. I just
Right.
knew that. But also, it was just the line itself. So I noticed that all other jewelry companies, truly, I have yet to find one that this is not true about. They have a certain look. So it might be that it's all charms or pearls or crystals or silver, or it might be that it's all boutique
Yep.
style jewelry,
Yep.
or more like hippie trendy jewelry. We
Yeah.
have the whole entire gamut, whatever you need, from minimalist to maximalist to every different kind of style in between. So that was big to me, was the line. The other thing that was big to me, and should be big to everyone, I think, is the affordability. The value that we offer with our
Right.
customer sale. So
Right.
with the customer sale, where it's buy two for regular, get four for half, spend 90 and get a $35 item of your choice. These people are thrilled. The customers are
Yes.
thrilled. They're
Yes.
leaving with so much value, and they're leaving, generally their best value is getting like um 7
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah, so they're leaving with 7 pieces instead of one piece. And honestly, that goes back to us. It sounds kind of selfish, but I'd rather have someone out in the world with 7 of my pieces, because someone's bound to love one of them as they're going into work or whatever, and gets us back referrals.
Right.
And that, because of that customer sale, people are really pleased to share it. They share it with other people that ask them about their jewelry, because you got to admit, it's in our DNA to share a sale. Like, we're
Absolutely.
not good people if we don't share the sale, right?
Absolutely.
And then it's also why people want to host. And what we mean by host is, yes, it used to be almost always in home parties, but now we like wine bars, coffee bars, 78% online, Zoom, Facebook, Messenger
Yep.
party,
Yep.
Instagram, whatever.
Yep.
But in all of those instances, people are so delighted to share us with their friends and family, because they are proud to share the customer sale.
Yep.
They're like, oh no, you got to listen, wait till you see what you get, and everybody's always like, what? It's like
Yep.
really cool. And then of course the other program we have,
Mhm.
we have the profit program.
Yep.
And I'm not going to lie. I mean, all of us have a certain amount of time in our lives, and we want to work for the company that pays the most. And
Absolutely.
other companies can't afford to pay their peeps what ours can, mainly because we've been around since 1955. We're debt free, we're cash rich, we have survived everything up to from 1955 until now. So
And
all kinds of
thrive.
natural disasters and stuff, and
Survive.
thrived. Right.
Yes.
They're a family owned company. And quite honestly, the family has, through the years, they're on their third generation. They have investments and stuff in so many other places now and so much accrued cash that they're if they had to, they would have gone a year with no profit in order to keep us where we are,
Yeah.
so, and they never take things away. It's a rule that they have. They will add or enhance to a program, but they'll never take things
It's great.
away. The other perks, like it just depends on what motivates people, because they believe in having all of it. And the only criticism I've ever really heard about Park Lane is that sometimes we do too much and it's hard to keep track of. And but then when our CEO goes, "Do you want me to take something away?" Everyone's like, "No," because it just depends on what delights you. So some people travel, they love travel. Well, we
Yeah.
offer 2 travel incentive trips a year to you guys. So we just got back from Ireland, Dublin,
Mhm.
and we're headed to St. Thomas in a couple months. And then after that, Switzerland. We already know what they are. So
Crazy.
that's super cool. Car bonuses. Like, there's lots of different people that were used to car bonuses.
Right.
So we do that. Free jewelry. Like this is something that I don't see other companies doing. Yeah, they'll reward you with free jewelry maybe when you're new, but
Right.
Park Lane does it every single month of your whole entire career, where you can earn up to $1,000 in free jewelry. In addition, everybody is paid on the field. The staff is paid on what we do,
Right.
and the
Right.
family is paid on what we do. If our reps enter orders, if we enter orders, not only do we get to take advantage of the sale and the hostess benefits, but we also get paid. So there's no like direct to company profit center. That's
Right.
big. That's big. And no minimums. Okay. So this is huge. So there's absolutely no risk. If you don't work, you don't get paid, but you certainly don't lose anything. Once you have earned a title, they will never, ever, ever take your title away, because they're like, that's like holding somebody back. It's like, why would we want to do that? So
I
they
love that.
only lead with the carrot, not
Yeah.
with the stick. So
Yeah.
that is very often a question, like, what do I have to do? And honestly, the answer is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you'll get paid if you do something.
Well, and you're on your, you're on your own morals and your own judgment. I mean,
Yeah.
quite frankly, I think that the no minimums, no quota is something that you can relax about. You don't
Oh,
have to
big
worry.
time.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
we,
Scott said, how he's our CEO, and he goes, "How can I ever say it's your own business and then tell you what you have to do?"
yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, and we get paid every week when we work every week. That's very
And that's
expensive for a
that's no
company,
matter if you're looking, part-time, full-time, or big time. I mean,
right?
that's the great thing about this. And I've always believed in that. I've always, with this particular company, you and I have, many decades of experience in indirect sales. And, we've come from places where we have had minimums and we've have had
So
these
stressful.
stresses of having and it's very stressful. And that's not what Park Lane is about. So I'm going to ask you why now is a good time to join. But I also want to ask you, for that person that's listening, and all of a sudden we piqued that person's interest, because we kind of have something for everyone here. What is the one thing that we ask them to do?
You
Um,
guys, seriously, like I know sometimes it sounds too good to be true,
yeah,
but the smartest, most brilliant thing to do truly is just book a show.
yeah,
And especially in today's world where you can do it online or whatever's comfortable for you.
right,
We call it like a decider show. And maybe you're not thinking about doing it, but you still should have a show. You get a
right,
ton of jewelry, and maybe you're thinking about it for the future, but if you have a show, you'll get to see people's reaction to it, and then at the end
yeah,
of that show, if you're like, you know what, I'm ready, which honestly, I'll tell you in a minute why you should be, but if you're ready, then you can get the paycheck instead of the person that did the show for you. So,
Right.
like, if Janine right now said, I want to have a show with you, Mary Grace, I would do her show. I would do this really professional, wonderful job, especially since she knew where earrings go. And then at the end of it, I would be able to say to her, okay, now do you want this $380 paycheck or do you
Right.
want me to keep it? You know?
Right.
And if that's all she ever did, she would still get to keep that money and stuff. So it's kind of a no brainer. Now, there is a cost to get started. It's $129. But I'm going to tell you right now, what you get in value for that. And let's roll back to what I just said. When you're having a show, and like I said, oh, you just got a paycheck for $380. I threw that out because it's a pretty common number. If you paid $129 for your kit,
Right.
you didn't even pay for it yet if it's on a credit card, and now in rolls this weekly paycheck, you're ahead of the game. I'm not going to do the math in my head based on what I just spit out there, but you are ahead of the game.
Right.
So we're not allowed to say no cost startup, but it's kind of cost. Okay. So, but what you get for the $129 is you get to pick $600 worth of jewelry of your choice. We love that. So many places have like a pre-designed kit. It's your jewelry. You're going to wear it. You're going to love it. You're going to stick with Percolating or you're not, but it's
Yeah.
your jewelry. So
We
you
want
get
you
to
to
pick
have what you want. Yeah.
$600 worth of jewelry. Is that all? No. You also get your own personal website. You guys, like, obviously you get like full access to whatever Park Lane has in their back office. No
Right.
credit card fees. They do all that. Okay. This is all wonderful. But you also get your own personal website that is
Mhm.
attached to your name. So you could join tonight, take an order tonight, and make money tonight.
Isn't
Yes.
that insane?
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? I literally had a party for a gal, one of my stylists on my team. On Thursday night, we closed her this morning and she made $447. And she's like, seriously? I said, seriously. She had a couple friends, literally less than 10, to a little wine bar. And that's what we did. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how easy it can be. That's the insane part.
Yeah.
So
And if you
I
like
just,
sit on your haunches, like the laurels, whatever, and you just, oh, maybe when, maybe then, maybe, you're missing out on money. It's like keeping the
mhm,
doors open when the air conditioner heat's going.
yep,
It's like let's just jump in, don't overthink it. That's what successful people do. Especially we don't have minimums or quotas. There's no judgment. But if you're thinking about it, you should do it. And also, I mean, look at the time of year. I mean, you can get in on the Christmas hustle, right? And then we get a whole new line in the new year. Christmas hustle, golden quarter, everyone buying for others and themselves. Oh, let's segue into the new year now. Oh, here we go, new book, and you're on your way. So it's an extremely
yep.
brilliant time to
I
get
think it's
started.
brilliant. And also just to sign up now and offer it to your friends and family. Everyone's buying for the holidays.
Yes.
So you're just going to make a little extra money. Plus, you could get all of your gifts out of the way too
I'm
by
such a
giving.
nice person, Janine. I would so much rather that they make the money than I do.
Yes, please. I agree. I agree. Just having the discount your own. Kim Bain just wrote, just getting the discount on your own. You get paid on your own purchases.
Yeah, I don't know that
That's
people get that. It's like the friends and family discount. It's like just picture what you bought yesterday or last week if you bought anything. And now just picture getting a paycheck back for
yep.
30%, 30 to 50% of that. It's like cash back. It's like
And
gold.
when you're offering that sales program, our everyday sale to people, I just had this happen yesterday. I had people that went, is that it? When they picked all their pieces, because they really thought it was going to be a very high
Oh
number.
yeah.
And it
I
isn't. It
love it.
divides out. Yeah, it
Yeah.
divides out to a very reasonable price per item. So it's a very reasonable thing that you can purchase for somebody that has an unconditional guarantee and makes them feel good when they wear it.
Yeah.
It's really all the
We're the
things.
best kept secret.
I agree. Well, we're not really a secret because we come out every Monday and talk about it, but we have fun doing that. Listen, Mary Grace, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. Like, I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
I just really want to say to everybody that's watching, please contact your stylist and tell him or her, how you felt about this. If you have any questions, they're going to go ahead and answer for you. I dropped that Google form in both the studio. It's on the business page and it is here for you to fill out. Mary Grace gives you a 24-hour window. You
Mhm.
fill that out and she curates a package to the winner to their taste of what they put on the Google form.
Yeah.
So
And it's just filling it out. It's got nothing to do with whether you joiner now. Just
Nope.
haven't listened. So bring your friends next week and they'll have a chance to win free jewelry as
Bring
well.
a friend
So,
next week. Let's see who else wants some free jewelry. Mary
yeah.
Grace, we will be back here again next Monday night at 6 p.m. Central.
We have a
7
reason to
p.m.
live.
Eastern.
Yeah.
For a reason to live. Thank you so much for hopping in here with us tonight, everyone. And Mary Grace, have a good night.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.